Okay, I've been gone a few days. I've had to reacquaint myself with this project again. And one thing I want to do is, I like the way this lays against this, these pieces here. And I want to continue to do that. Let me just show you this before I get carried away here. These are some doors. That's why I was gone. These are 8-foot by 4-foot sliding pocket doors in my niece's and nephew's house down in St. Louis. I drove down there to help them fix them, period, I guess. They were back in the pockets and not operational at all. We were able, after about 8 hours of work, to get both of them to move freely and close tightly. It was a fantastic experience. This house was built in 1883, and it's on the U.S. Registry of Historical Places. And so we got them operational. The one door that you see here can only open up to about 6 inches or maybe 5 inches of being fully open. We don't know what's in the wall to prevent it from going fully open, so we weren't about to tear open the walls. The other one on the other side, they're basically mirror images of each other. We got fully operational to go fully closed, fully open, and it was really exciting for them and me to see that happen. So anyway, getting back to this project here. Like I say, I like the way this sits on here, but if I were to take this piece here and simulate, let me take this pin out, and simulate the block that's going to be back here at about the 3-inch mark. Let me make a mark here. About right there. That kind of, when it comes up and it's flush, it's going to be flush out here. That kind of kicks the bottle out. So if I bring that right there, I got to put this in first. And if I bring this block up to that spot, right there, you can see how much that's kicking the bottle out. Probably a good, I don't know, 1/4 inch or so. Maybe more than that, maybe about half. So I want that to sit down like that. So I have to create a little groove in here, a little relief cut in this block that I'm putting in there to allow that handle to settle into it. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to do that, but that's what I got going on here. You can see in the background there, when I left for St. Louis, I had my pieces back there all cut and kind of laid out, but I have to drill these holes. I have to drill these holes in the 3 pieces that are going to hold it. So it's going to hold 3 growlers in each piece, and then kind of get a game plan going from there. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to drill those holes, 1/2-inch holes, 3/4 of an inch down from the top and 3/4 of an inch in from the front. Alright, I got the holes drilled, and I also got this mock-up here. I chamfered the holes on the inside and the out, just so that when you're running this pin through, you don't do any damage there, I guess. I'm going to have to probably run that drill bit through a couple of times just to get this thing perfectly lined up. But there's my There's my mock setup. And because that's so tight, I'm going to use my transfer punch and just see where I'm at here. Yeah, I can see that that's going to have to be relieved. It's not hitting the handle now. It's hitting the bottle right here on the rounded portion, right on this portion right here. So I think what I'll do is just miter that corner. I'll miter this corner back. I don't know. We'll start at 1/4 and see how that looks. Okay, there it is. I had to make 2 more trips, but the 5th time was the charm. So I can see daylight down here. I'll show you that here in a second. But that's the look I'm looking for right there. So the bottle will set in there. I'll lightly round these edges with some paper, sandpaper, but that's good. I like that fit right there. In order to cut these small parts safely to length, you got to think about this now. I think I've got that marked the wrong way. No, that's right. Okay, we're fine. I made a mark here. I've got my small parts sled that I made a while ago, and I just lined up that part with the line. Actually, it's going this way, so that I can see that I'm going to hit the line. I'm actually going to take it, which is fine, but I'm going to lay it down so it's going the thinner direction. Put a piece of sandpaper, wrapped it around this scrap piece of oak. Got a little another piece of poplar here to act as a step clamp. This is my stop. Then I can come in here and get right almost to that line. I'll clear the blade, and with that sandpaper, that piece is not moving in there. So I can hold it safely away from the blade, make my cut. The waste piece is on the outside. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm going to glue these up. I used a pin for an alignment of these 2 pieces, and then I'm just going to try and flush this up on the bottom, and then by doing it this way I keep it flush to the front. I'm not going to use a lot of glue here because this is going to get glued along this edge on the back and this edge to the channel that I create on the Baltic birch. So all I'm looking here to do here is to kind of get these tacked into place, and then I can go from there. The other thing I'll do once they're together is I'll round over this edge or this corner and these 2 corners at the same time. This is 3.5 inches wide, and that'll work okay on my belt sander because that's 4 inches wide. So we should be okay there.